Warning, the following video may contain cursing, immature jokes, or verbal not safe for work content. If you do not wish to view anything that may contain any of these, please immediately go back to your previous page, or otherwise, just stick around and enjoy the show. Thank you.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The Rants and Raves thing?
I don't remember the intro. It's been like 3 years, dude.
We have new equipment.
Yeah. And by we, he means himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got two Nikon Z6s, all stocked up. Nobody cares about that. I'm proud of it.
He's proud of it.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to?
I woke up today.
Yeah.
Well, nothing's promised, so I'm glad.
Should we review what we went over during the car podcast?
So we did a car podcast in June, and it was right in the midst of something. I can throw some audio clips in a moment, but yeah, actually, I'll just throw them in so we don't have to talk about it again. Yeah.
Earlier this year, I had this just kind of like random pop-up autoimmune hepatitis show up out of nowhere, and it took me out of work. But afterwards, one of the rare things that can happen with autoimmune hepatitis is that you can develop aplastic anemia. And so my bone marrow is, shut down at the moment. I'm currently on meds to help, try and prevent my immune system from attacking things like my bone marrow and my blood and whatnot. It's not fully preventative, but it helps me stay alive longer without having blood bags connected to my body. I'm currently a bit cooped up in the house, but pretty soon I'll be going for a bone marrow transplant that'll kind of fix all this, and I'll be in recovery for 100 days afterwards. We'll see, work things out, but I expect to see less hair on this body because the chemo might take the beard out, and it might take my head hair out. It is what it is. A small sacrifice for continuing to live.
How does the aplastic anemia affect your day-to-day life compared to how you were before?
So when you have aplastic anemia, one of the things is chronic fatigue. So, and for me, that results in tremors because everyone on my mother's side of the family has tremors. But for me, it's showing up more prominently now because I have very low blood counts. And that makes you tired. You can't get the energy in your body that you need.
Can we talk about the process of you trying to find a donor?
Yeah, I was lucky. I was very lucky. So normally, the donor search process can take up to about 2 years. And that's if you have to go through the registry and you have to wait for a random, complete random stranger from the other side of the world to have the correct type for you. I have 2 older brothers, one of which happened to be a perfect match. And because this brother cares about me a lot, he can set aside time for, his brother. That happens to work simply because my brother Ian wanted to take time off for me so I could get back to my life. All all of the doctors I have talked to so far have said, we have no idea why this happens, but we know how to treat it. And so I'm on treatment for the hepatitis, and I'm transitioning from that treatment to treatment for chemo for the transplant. And we're thinking that the transplant ultimately is going to fix all this, just because it's going to replace my entire immune system.
He is going through the proper protocols to get better.
Yep.
So that's what's the most important. Not exactly that what he's gotten and how it's gone and how it's happened, but that he's gonna get better. What's going on with you, Alex?
I woke up today. I keep using the same joke. I mean, I've been living, and that's the best thing I can do right now. It is just that I've been recovering from my condition. I've been less nauseous. I haven't needed to take my nausea medication as often now.
That's good.
Were you taking that before this whole thing, or?
I was taking nausea medication a little bit, but then when I had the chemo, I really had to have a structured schedule for nausea meds.
Were you still nauseous even when you had the meds? At least slightly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was bad. Don't do chemo if you can help it. Stay away from cancer. If you can help it. If you have cancer, get chemo. Please, I'm not advocating for dying. It's a small sacrifice to continue living. But it does kind of stink. But you can get through it. Which camera am I going to be on?
Either one of them, it doesn't matter.
You can get through it. Just buckle down and get through the chemo, and it'll be okay in the end. Because in the end, you're not going to be on chemo forever. It'll go away at some point. That's what I have to say. But no, I've been... my 100-day mark was November 12th. So that means after 100 days after my bone marrow transplant, I can go out and do things now.
Nice.
I no longer need to be cooped up at home. I just need to mask up wherever I go. I can start getting shots. I got my flu shot last Tuesday. But because of the whole bone marrow transplant, my entire immune system is new, brand new. So I need to get all my infant shots as well, and those will happen sometime 9 months after my transplant.
Does that mean all of you is brand new? In a way?
In a way, yeah. It's like a second birthday.
Dude, you got your whole virginity back. Like that. All it took was a small sacrifice of months of your
system,
life.
George.
Yes.
He is stored in the bone marrow.
Yes.
In about a week from now, I'll be able to get my COVID booster.
Mm-hmm.
And then I should be able to return back to the public.
That's good.
Whether or not I want to do that before I get all my 9-month infant shots again, that's of concern.
Is the thought of it weird having to get all of those again? Because everybody got them as a kid for the most part.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes total sense to me.
I mean, does it feel weird? Because when everybody was a kid, they first get told, hey, we have to go get this shot done. I know you don't like it, but we have to go get this done. And you remember doing it as a kid, and they made it oh, this is a one-time thing, that you only ever have to do this one time.
Yeah.
And now, as a 25-year-old, you're now going to get those again.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm weird. I like needles.
What the fuck?
Not I don't absolutely hate them like some people do. When I need to get my shot, I'm like, okay, I need to do this, blah, blah, blah. and I'll watch them do it. I'll just sit there.
I do
and
the
I'll
same
watch.
thing. It doesn't.
I
It
can't.
doesn't hurt.
I have to look away.
Oh, no.
I can't.
I'm over here like Cookie Monster with the spoon and the cookies, going, "Come on, come on!" I'm like, so I strap myself up. I'm like, "Get it, please."
Ugh.
I'm just no, I did. I have tattoos, and that shit fucking hurted.
Yeah, but that's a whole different situation.
Yeah, it's like thousands of needle pokes.
Yeah.
I've always heard tattoos described as like the feeling of getting scratched by a cat over and over.
More like stung by a bee to me. Then again, I didn't enjoy tattoo stuff. It hurt for me. It like this one was fine. When I was doing this one and he got my fat, I was like, I'll fucking kill you.
That back of the arm.
Yeah.
Fat. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Sorry, my neck. That was the worst experience. Like, and then I was like threatening him. I was like, I'll rip you the fucking face off, you son of a bitch. Acting like I'm a chimpanzee. And he was like, all right, do you want me to stop? And I was like, yes. And he's like, no, I get paid by the hour. And he was like, ah. That shit hurt. Shit hurt, dude.
That's why I won't get it.
And then I got 2 more.
I kind of want to get one, but I don't know how I'll be receptive to it.
You should try it first. You might be one of those really weird people who are like into it like weirdly.
I don't know about that.
Ask George to make you a temporary tattoo. I'm sure you could manage that. Temporary tattoo?
How am I like draw one?
Well, you could probably print one out.
And then I could probably, yeah, you can get the special. I can do that, but he wants to know what it's like to feel a tattoo.
I'm talking about actually getting tattooed.
Yeah, he wants to know what it's like to get the.
It's a needle.
Yeah, but
It doesn't feel like a needle.
it
though.
doesn't feel. It's not like a medical
It's like
needle,
more.
Alex.
It doesn't feel like the needle poke that you get, because that one it's like one needle, so your brain is like only focusing on that one area. Instead, it's like 6 bee stings going.
Oh.
Yeah, but then they focus on little areas when they're coloring in black and stuff. They're like, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't
But
think I could do that.
Some people feel it and they're like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that like there like a lot of places also use like numbing spray and stuff, even though it's not recommended.
if you request it as well,
Yeah.
they usually will.